What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we're back talking about the amazing Spider-Man, of course, coming for PlayStation 4 this year, 2018. We're getting closer and closer for this game, but in the last video I asked you guys to leave some ideas on things that you would like to see in kind of like the free roam gameplay in general. So that is more or less what we're going to be talking about in this video. So I've chosen two really cool ideas from you rebels, of course, and then I've got another two ideas from myself. But that said, if you guys do have an idea on something you would like to see in the game, then drop it in the comment section below. The way it works is the ones that get the most thumbs up are the ones that of course are more likely to make it into another video. But that said, let me jump straight into the first idea that I really do like the sound of. So it comes from Darth, and he does say, I'm really hoping that certain Spider-Man costumes have abilities, and I also really freaking hope that this game later on can have an online co-op feature where you and your friend can both be Spider-Man and play as Peter Parker or Miles Morales together. That would be fun as hell. Now, first of all, I just want to talk about the online co-op feature first of all, because firstly, it's just an insane feature that I think would really do well, especially in an open world Marvel action superhero game like this. I genuinely think it would nail it, and it definitely does have the ability to just simply do really well. Now, furthermore, about Miles Morales. Now, if you guys can catch the previous video, which I'll link in the description below, basically the creative director did come out and say that Miles Morales is genuinely going to play a much bigger role in the game than any of us simply expect. We're basically in for a shock. It's going to surprise us all, and I found that really interesting simply with this idea, because can you just imagine if the co-op online / whatever you want to call it feature does get put into the game, or just simply announced later on? I think it would be great. I think it is probably one of the most requested things in general in open world games, and like I said, I can just imagine like the crazy gameplay and free roam experiences that you would definitely have. Now, going over to the different costumes having different abilities, I think that'd be really cool. Maybe like another feature where maybe after a certain mission, for example, even a side quest, a side mission, whatever you want to call it, you get a reward to add to a costume. I think that'd be great. Or just character customization, if you will, or costume customization, if that makes more sense. In general, unlocking more abilities as you go along. I feel that's going to be good. I know this game definitely is going to have a lot more skills needed, I guess you could say, and it's going to be more rewarding as a whole. So I think 2 and 2 together would be really cool. You know, it definitely would work out in my opinion. And again, it kind of makes it a bit unique, you know, because from what we are going off, again, the creative directors and just in general from what we've heard about the game, they do want to make it one of the best in the series and one of the most unique in the series as well. And I think these two main features coming from Darth definitely would play a big role towards that and would make an awesome game as a whole, even though it looks really cool. But I mean, you guys get in the comment section below and leave your thoughts on that idea. Now, moving on to the next one, it does come from Craig, and he says a brilliant feature that would work very well in the upcoming Spider-Man game would be to have outposts around the map. It would be similar to the Far Cry outpost, but possibly have mini bosses from the Spider-Man universe at each outpost. Now, that's a really nifty idea, and the reason I do say that is because in games, again, open world games, kind of having outposts and side missions in general, or just things that have a purpose towards it, basically always do play a big role. And I think going on to have like old mini bosses from the Spider-Man universe in general at each outpost, as far as difficulty goes, and something challenging and something rewarding at the same time, I think it would nail that. And overall, I just think it's a sweet idea, not gonna lie. Well done, Craig. That's a good one. Now, moving on to the next two ideas that do come from myself, again, about a side missions, a pizza delivery side mission. I won't go too much into that right now, but the second one is hostages. Now, side missions in general, so both pizza delivery and hostages, but to touch upon hostages first of all, I feel like I want something that is going to be different most of the times, because you can get kind of like different types of hostages in general. You can have the one where simply, I don't know, you go to a location, there's already loads of police on the scene, and your job is simply, of course, to save whoever it is in hostage. Maybe where you can actually go into a building rather than kind of like the cliche outside a building in these type of games. I think it'd be great maybe to go in like a bank, for example, if one is in the game, where there is a hostage taking place, and you know, you kind of got like like a certain amount of time to retrieve the person, get the situation all under control, or better yet, car chases without also hostages at the same time. So let's say maybe, again going on that time limit sort of thing, so you go into the bank for example, you've got like maybe a minute to get the hostage, but maybe they're shooting at you, whatever it might be, you kind of miss the opportunity to get in the car, and then again another time limit starts. So your job of course is a lot more challenging simply because you couldn't get it the first time, but it is actually doable. But again, at whichever stage you kind of like get that sorted, you get a bigger reward, if that makes sense. Hopefully that does. I think that'd be a great kind of move to go with hostages. Makes it different at the same time, makes it challenging, but not something very just plain and simple, you know. It's definitely going to be a lot more amped up. If it was to go like that, that is. Now going on to the Pizza Hut delivery side missions, again, kind of like the cliche, I just feel it would be something you can have in the game, kind of like a memorabilia, if you will. And I mean, every person that has watched Spider-Man knows exactly what we mean by this, and it doesn't necessarily just have to be as simple as, you know, pizza delivery side missions. Maybe you can get caught in the middle, something occurs, and again, you're still on a time limit. I have no idea how that one would work, it's just the fact of having a pizza delivery side mission, more or less. That's pretty much how the idea sparked up. But get in the comment section below and let me know what you think of these ideas, and if you have any more ideas as a whole that you'd like to see in the game, bear in mind they don't need to be possible at all, but you think would just be great, then drop it in the comment section below. Subscribe for more awesome content if you haven't already. But that is going to wrap it up, so I'll see you in the next video. But till then, I hope you guys have an awesome day, and adios amigos.